Steve, a physical game. What are your immediate thoughts after that?
Yeah, look, clean sheet. Another point, up to ninth. Could have been higher if we'd won. But yeah, look, it was a game of two halves, wasn't it? I thought they were slightly better than us in the first half, and second half I think we was pretty much the dominant team. We just couldn't put the ball back in the net.
There was definitely that shift of momentum in the second half. What changed in your eyes for that to happen?
We changed shape. So we had to make a couple of changes just to manage a couple of players. Finn needed a break physically and mentally. Coley has been struggling with a bit of a calf, so we didn't want to push him 2 games on the bounce. So we wanted to give a couple of rest, and I felt with what they were going to bring, we needed a bit more physicality in the team. So we went with actually the biggest team we could pick. And yeah, I thought half time I was like, come on, we can be better than that. So we changed the shape. We give it 5-10 minutes, and then we made a couple of changes, and it really did help us.
You spoke about giving players a rest. Josh Coley obviously came on and made an immediate impact. How difficult is it to balance the player and their rest period, but also making sure that they can give the team what's needed?
Yeah, look, I'm a massive believer in let's not worry too much about what other people think in terms of, you've got to put these people in, you've got to put that people in. Like, they're human beings. Like, they don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and they're saying, like, that we've got an open group where we talk and we ask how you feeling. And if one of them says, like, I'm a bit tight here, what's the point? I'd rather lose them for 45 minutes in a game and then play them in the second half rather than do something too bad and then lose them for 4 to 6 weeks. So, and we've got a good squad. We've got players who come in. It doesn't drop our level. But it's nice to bring those players on as well, and they have an impact. And Josh definitely nearly did that tonight. He was a right bright spark, and I just think you look at our subs tonight, had a real positive impact in the game.
You speak about bright sparks, Josh obviously being one of them, but let's talk about Lewis Simp, his first Man of the Match award tonight. How happy are you with his performances at the moment?
Yeah, I'm more amazed that it's his first Man of the Match, if that's the case. No, look, he's up there, got to be one of the best midfielders in the league. End of conversation, and he's been fantastic. I had to say to him at half time, stop trying to do too much. You're in positions you don't need to be because you're trying so hard to be the best player. It makes you lose balance in midfield, and it just hurts you in other ways. It means he has to do more. But yeah, look, he's a superb player, and I was gutted that he put the ball over from the free kick on the edge of the box, because I really thought that was going to be his moment.
Really unfortunate. And we were just chatting to him, actually. You mentioned in the week how he's adapted really well, maybe going from a smaller fish in a bigger pond to really thriving here and being one of the stars. Do you think this is the best place for him as a result of that?
Yeah, 100%. I said you've got to take steps back sometimes to go forward. It's nice when I remember speaking to him the first time, and it's like I can always draw on my own experiences and having to do exactly the same thing to kind of get back to where I felt I could get to. And he's a prime example of that. And we've got a few like that. We've got Jayden, who's been up to League One and had to drop back. And you can see if you watch his games at Aldershot why he got taken. So, look, Simps has been excellent, as have loads of the players. And as I spoke about on Saturday, and as I spoke about in my pre-game chat, that we've got a real young group here that are just growing and learning, and they're like, tonight it's like they're disappointed in now. It's like, you've just kept the clean sheet, you ain't done that for ages. Like, you keep clean sheets, we've got players who can score goals. Like, that's a good quality to have. They've learnt something again tonight, what it looks like to grind out a 0-0. And again, we learn and we grow a little bit more.
You touched on a positive there in a clean sheet. Obviously every match is different, but what have you been really targeting in training to be able to see those defensive results? We've just
been working on the tightness of the back line and the midfield in front. Like, especially first, I think you saw it loads when they had the ball around the edge of the box and we didn't let them get through us. But yeah, it's just the game gets out of hand when it gets a bit stretched, and then obviously it becomes a bit of a basketball game, and they need to learn to just control those moments and make good fouls and just things like that. Just like I know it's a lot in the news now about the dark arts and stuff like that, but it's part of football, and it's something that we need to be better at, and they will do.
And like you said, it is still a young team. How are you going to make sure going forwards that it's a team that really want to commit, want to be brave, maybe don't show that reticence that we saw in the first half?
Yeah, look, just need to keep pumping their tyres and keep pushing them, keep telling them that they're really good players, keep believing them, and maybe need to get them some help along the way as well. So if I can do that and we can find some people that come in and have that know-how and can help this group, then it'll be fantastic.
Thanks, Steve.
No problem.